Hi, this is Myra with Boutique Paint. DIY has some new cottage colors coming out soon, and although I'm not going to cheat and show you the new colors, if you jump over to Jamie Ray Vintage, you can see in her post some of the new colors. There's 3 coming out, and they're beautiful. I just got mine in and opened them up, and they're beautiful. So I wanted to talk about them though, because I haven't really gone over. They're a one-step paint. What does that mean? It goes on and you don't have to put wax or a top coat or any of that stuff. It's one and done, which is really, really nice. It's also good, believe it or not, for interior and exterior. So you can paint that, outdoor chair, and it's good to go. So the first thing, well, I'm going to pop this open so you can see. You want to shake these, and I have not shaken this, but I want to show you why. Because it's an all-in-one, it means that there's a top coat built in. And so you want to shake this up because first of all, you got to shake up the pigment. You got to shake up the top coat. You got to mix it all together. So I'm going to show you what it looks like if that isn't the case. Oh, and then I open one that looks pretty darn mixed. But that's more like what it looks like if it's not mixed. You'll see dark colors, you'll see the more whites, and you'll see more of the glossy, which I have to assume is the top coat. So because this is not as bad as I thought it would be, you can see a little bit of the blue there, darker blue. But what you can do, shake it up really good. Just, with the lid on, obviously. And then go ahead and get in there with a stick just to get the stuff that is on the bottom. See, there you can see. So I am going to go ahead and put the lid back on because it looks like it was ready to go on the top. And it's not. So I'm going to just get that lid back on there and I'm going to shake it. And shake it all different kinds of directions. Turn it upside down so the stuff that's at the bottom can move. Heavier stuff is going to go to the bottom of the can. Now with the regular DIY paint, you don't have to worry about that as much. I don't ever think I stir it. I think I shake it a smidge before I open it, but that is it. I don't stir it. So this is different though. Okay, let's get this open. Let's see if we did what we needed to do. Much better. You can also see how that is dark compared to that, and there's still on the sides, I don't know if you can see that, back in there, it's still not mixed. So go ahead and get in there and finish mixing it, because you want everything nice and mixed. Okay, so put that aside. I'm going to use one of the new DIY brushes. These are actually developed specifically for the regular paint. The reason it's just a little bit different. So this paint is really easy to set your brush down, walk away for 5 days, come back and go, oh, I screwed up and I didn't wash my brush. You can soak it for a few minutes and clean it up and it's fine. This is a whole different animal. It's got that top coat in it, so it's going to act differently. So if you use the new DIY brushes, wash them out immediately. I did do a boo-boo the other day, and I used a brush and I put it in a plastic bag and came back to it because that's what I'm used to doing 3 days later, and it's as hard as a rock, so I lost a brush. But I'm so used to the other DIY paint that when I used the all-in-one, I wasn't thinking about it. So I'm just gonna do a nice line here. Something different about the all-in-one is the coloring. When you put on regular DIY paint, it goes on darker, and this one, it goes on lighter. So that's another difference between the two paints. I'm going to dry this so I can show you the difference. So you can see that the color is quite a bit different. Now this is raw wood, and most of us aren't painting on raw wood necessarily. So I'm going to go ahead and but you can see that there's a little bit of a shine to it. I'm going to go ahead and give it another coat. And I can still see that I didn't get that quite as mixed up as I would like to. Part of it was I was using a popsicle stick, which doesn't get all the way down there. And dry that. That glossy finish to it. I hope you can see. So that's what makes it the one step. You just put it on and you're good to go. So you can do 1 or 2 or 3 coats depending on what you're painting. Obviously, when you're painting a dark piece of wood, sometimes you have to do 3 layers just to cover. The other thing that I really like about the Cottage colors is they don't seem to have an odor. I do have allergies this time of year, so my nose isn't working 100%, but I'm not finding that I can smell much of anything as far as an odor with this. It's also no VOC, so it doesn't have any of the yuckies in it that some people have allergies to as far as breathing and stuff like that. So I wanted to also show you real quick. I'm going to paint right beside it so you can see the difference of how it darkens up. See the difference in the color. So give the new colors a try. I'm not sure I'm supposed to be able to tell you when the release date is on these, but like I said, there's 3 colors. They're beautiful and you'll have to check them out. But this is a great paint for just if you want to do something really quick and don't want to have to worry about waxing or top coat. Also, the IOD paint inlays do work with this paint, just so you know. And also transfers and, you know, all the stuff. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, you can go to our webpage at www.boutiquepaint.com or put your comments down below.